How we doing, friends? My name is Jesse, and this is Male Nurse Mentor. I apologize, guys. If I look tired, I am. I'm pretty tired. We're still moving here, dismantling a lot of stuff. If you remember what this used to look like, it used to be my partner's crystal business. My boys are still right there. My two doggos, let me show them to you. So right here is Jetty, and that's Archie. They're tired too. When you move, everybody's tired. And yeah, you know, it's coming along. Let me show you my garage real quick. But friends, I just want to make a video, an encouraging video, a video on this topic. You know, I know a lot of you are going to finish school here pretty soon, and the political environment, the economy, I mean, what can we say about it? But as I was saying, you know, congratulations to a lot of you who are actually finishing up your nursing programs and you're graduating, getting ready to take the NCLEX and getting ready to be a new nurse in the workforce. Congratulations to you. I mean, you spent way too long to not take a moment to just acknowledge that accomplishment and sit in it. But I know a lot of you are probably worried, right? The political environment, the economy, where are you going to enter into this and how are you going to be okay, right? I get it. I mean, to be completely frank and honest, the economy right now isn't great. The political environment also is quite scary. And as a nurse, like, you have a good solid career, but it's like everyone is being affected. Everyone's being impacted by this stuff, right? The best words of advice I can give you is just to, you know, hold on. You know, there's pockets of nursing that are going to be really good. I would say continue to work to find a way to get off the floor. That's the best advice I can give you guys. It's probably not the advice you want to hear, but it's the best advice I got. I left bedside, I left the floor, and it was the best thing I could have done. The unfortunate thing is for you guys who are new, right, new nurses, new grads, you can't really just leave the floor, right? You can't leave bedside. It's not possible. Even when I worked in the prison, I was working the floor. Not working bedside, not working hospital, but I was still working the floor. And there was a noticeable difference from being a nurse on the floor to being a nurse in case management, utilization review, a specialty line clinic nurse. There's a noticeable difference. A nurse working appeals and grievances. There's a noticeable difference between the nurses that work behind a desk and the nurses that work on the floor working bedside. That's all I can really say. So hold on, because as a new nurse, your choices are going to be limited. You have to work the floor, you have to work bedside. Do that for as long as you need to. A year and start looking, 2 years and continue to keep looking for that opportunity in that window to leave bedside. It sounds bad, it's my frank, honest advice, because as long as you stay on the floor, it's not going to be good for you. And I don't know if my tune has changed since my earlier videos in saying that, but I'm not washing away the entire nursing career. Even if you worked on the floor, worked bedside, you're still going to make good money, still going to have, you know, options and different specialties to work in. Don't have to really worry too much about layoffs. However, with the current economy, you know, the pressure on these hospitals to continue to make money, you just never know, right? Up to this point, nursing has always been a very safe career, right? Very rare are layoffs for nurses. I would imagine that would still continue to be the case, but again, with this political environment, with this economy, you just never know. It's quite scary, and I get it. For me, the reason why I continue to find peace and contentment in my career so much is because I've left bedside. I've left the floor. That's why that is honestly my best advice to you. So that's why I'm going to give it to you. But it goes without saying, I still had to work the floor, whether it was in corrections, right, or somewhere else. I still had to work the floor for 5 years, get my master's degree to get the job that I currently have. And even when I was a nurse on the floor in corrections, I was actually still doing case management, appeals and grievances, utilization review, specialty line clinic. Like, I was still finding ways to make myself valuable enough to be chosen to go into those positions away from the floor, right? Because it takes a different set of skills to get one of those positions. And if you can make yourself valuable, make yourself stand out, to be asked to get one of those positions, it's even better. If no one's asking you, you go ahead and ask, hey, what do I have to do to get one of these positions away from the floor, away from bedside? Build up those skills, because those are the skills that are needed. It's a different set of skills to work a nursing job away from the floor and away from bedside. But I get it, friends. It's probably hard to be excited. Probably a lot of stress right now, right? Being a new nurse going into this political environment and this shaky economy. It's unfortunate, but just continue to hold on. There are pockets in this nursing profession that are actually really great. And let me tell you that with honesty. You just might have to hold on to a position you don't like for a little bit longer than you'd like. Good luck, friends. You know where to find me. I'm always around. I'm in the midst of a chaotic move, but next week I should have another informational video to provide you guys. But don't let me poo-poo all this energy, all this good vibes for you. I just want to be honest. Celebrate, sit in that moment of accomplishment if you're going to be done completely with your nursing school journey and about to take that NCLEX. And if you just got done with the semester, celebrate a little bit there too. That's another one off the table. I'll see you guys in the next video.